Hi, everybody.
What's up?
We are back, India,
Michelle,
and we are reviewing Mafs, season 12, episode 4.
Y'all, it's after the wedding.
After the weddings,
they go to the hotel rooms. They meet the families
and go to the honeymoon.
Oh man,
it's a lot, so we need to just knock this out.
Yeah. So before we get started, a few things.
Okay.
First is we keep getting subscribers. We keep
thank y'all. If you're watching this right now, if you have not subscribed, subscribe. If you have more than one YouTube channel, subscribe from every channel. Subscribe from your kids' account. Just subscribe. We're getting up and we need them higher. Thank you.
And the one thing I said was I was gonna watch Unfiltered tonight because I wanted to see what Paige's body language was, and I was hoping Paige was gonna be on the show. She was.
So she was on Unfiltered.
She was on Unfiltered, so that's the 30-minute show that comes on before the episode. Mm-hmm. And I got notes. And the notes are they brought up the three very cringy things that happened from last episode. They brought up the fact that they showed her the clip from when they were talking right after they walked down the aisle, their first time having a conversation, and he brought up the tattoo, and he showed her and told her that it was his ex's name. Paige was very confused as to why he would bring that up. Her reaction on the after show, they were like, what did you think about that? She was just like, I felt like he was talking about his, like, why was he so quick to bring up his ex? Like, was he over her? Why would he still be talking about her? So that's number one.
That's what we said.
Number two, she said they did ask her how she felt when she found out that he wasn't attracted to her. She said she was devastated. That's obviously something we're going to talk about anyway. And then she was definitely trying to disguise where they are now. To me, it was obvious. Like she was trying to be neutral, like to not show that like she don't like him and that she, like that it was a whole hot ass mess, but it was a lie. So then the last thing, everybody said that their jaw was on the ground when he was asking her about sex at the reception. Yes, like what's your birth control, if she had a high sex drive, if she and then when he was talking about the fact that he was abstaining for 3 days, that's still a lot. So then the final thing that they showed on the Unfiltered was him talking to her friends and telling them that he likes a pretty girl. I don't know what word he was trying to put together, but
I thought he said pretty, so he said pretty.
He said pretty girl. He was like pretty, and then he was like, yeah, she's the opposite of what I usually date. And they were like, what do you mean? Like, it was just seeing it all over again was just triggering. Like, it was very uncomfortable.
I'm sure it was uncomfortable for her.
Yes, and she had to watch it a third time live, well, not live, but with a camera in her face filming her reaction to it. So it was, they did her wrong. So then they asked her what was gonna get them through the episode, or get them through get them through the marriage. Like, how were they gonna get through marriage? And she said therapy and Jesus.
Well,
okay, so just wanted to put that out there that we were thinking about what was gonna happen on the Unfiltered and who they were gonna have on it. So they did have Paige, which they should have. They also had Jacob. And Jake, I mean, he gave me a little something, but it's not worth talking about. We talking about the show tonight. So Okay, let's get started.
Okay, so we're gonna do Erik and Virginia first. I was kind of shocked that she's actually attracted to him.
Yeah,
she said a few times on this episode he was attractive. She told his family he was cute. She was pleased with what she got physically. So I'm like, okay, Erik and Virginia might work out. She's attracted to him. I knew he was attracted to her. He called her hot 25 times. And we knew from the wedding day he was very attracted to her. Yes. And they were kissing and stuff, and they were very affectionate.
I thought they were going to consummate the marriage, and they did not. Supposedly, they said they kept it PG-13. It's people that have lied before, but most of the time, it's not too many couples that have sex on the first night.
Well, there was one this episode, but that's another story. She said she was pleased. She never felt this way about anybody so soon. I'm like, Virginia girl. Michelle said that's the liquor talk.
That was definitely the liquor talk.
Because that was the night of the wedding.
She was definitely
you drunk,
She was lit.
That's all I did.
She was lit. Which is kind of surprising. That's another reason why I'm surprised they didn't have sex. Because she was drunk. Like,
and I'm sure she was throwing
She was probably, I mean, they was cuddled close. They made it to second or third base. They was making it. Okay, so then Erik tells her the next morning that he has to tell her something, or does he tell her that night? He tells her at some point.
Next morning before he told her parents.
He told her about the marriage. Yeah, while he told her while she was getting dressed or getting her makeup, doing her makeup and stuff, that he had been married. She cared a little bit more than we thought she would. I mean, she was just like, oh, I'm surprised, but I mean, it wasn't nothing to...
But me, I said, why does he keep incriminating himself with this fake marriage?
I've been married. But he did give more detail. He did tell her all the details.
But why?
They were married for 6 years. Yeah, so for him to be calling it this fake marriage...
Yeah, and then aren't you still... isn't he still in the reserves? Like, why do you keep saying, I got married just so you can visit me? Like, wouldn't that be incriminating, kind of?
It is. You about to get written up. Good thing it wasn't...
People be telling on themselves.
Good thing it wasn't for citizenship.
What?
So, no, I'm just saying, you know.
But he's incriminating himself.
He was.
Anyways, yes. And then they met with the parents, and he told the parents, and her dad was fine with it. Her
dad wasn't tripping. Her dad did bring up her age and the fact that she's young. Mm-hmm. He was like, I am concerned. She is young.
He said you saw her with her friends at the wedding. He basically said, you saw how lit she was at the wedding. That's what you got to worry about.
This is exactly what you got to worry about.
Alcoholism problem.
And Erik said
get
that.
It honest, because he probably alcoholic.
Erik said it to her though. Erik said, she was like, well. She was asking him what he thought of about drinking, about partying and stuff. She was like, well, you don't party and stuff. And he was like, I don't remember exactly how they posed it, but I do recall him saying, but you did sign up to get married. And so in his mind, in his conservative ass mind, right, he said, so we have to compromise. In his conservative mind, you can't be a party girl and be married. And I mean, in most people's minds, you can't be a party girl.
In my mind, this is my thing. It's not ideal for a newlywed to have their spouse not in the same home as them several days a week. And
that's true.
But to me, it's like that's a perfect compromise. While he's still flying and he's gone multiple days a week, you can hang out with your girls, have your girls come over, drink with your girls. Yeah. Like to me, I think that's ideal.
The problem is
an ideal transition for somebody like her who
and
parties.
For people that don't know each other that well. Like it's kind of nice that you get to learn them and get your space, and then learn them and get your space.
He seemed like he not with it. He like
I think he would have a problem with her being out while he's not home. That's what I think he would have a problem with, because he's giving controlling vibes from the previous. And then also, I think she's not mature enough to realize that she could do that she could balance it. Yeah, she's a dummy that'll be like, well, I want to go out with you. Like,
just go on with your friends.
Chill.
And when he comes
like,
home,
she don't catch hints. She feel like she gotta be drinking all the time. Like, you ain't. And they showing he gonna get annoyed with it. So his mom is a pilot's wife, so she was letting her know that it was gonna be challenging. And I mean, his mom was like, well, once you have kids. And when she broke down I'm on 50-50 on the kids, they was like, wait a minute. No.
Because she wanted grandkids yesterday.
And then he was like, yeah, she really does want grandkids. And then she was like, yeah, it'll be a long ways away. Now, granted, she's 26. She could wait 5-7 years and have babies at 33. 5-7 years for him, he gonna be in his 40s. That's not gonna work for them. Yeah. What they gonna do?
Well, anything else memorable? Well, so they saw the parents. They were on their way to the honeymoon. That was fine, of course.
I was surprised Turn Up Virginia ain't never been to Vegas.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So she turned up, but I just when they get to Vegas, Virginia was trying to turn up that night. Everybody else was getting in bed, and Virginia was like, wait, there's a mini bar. Champagne. Like, this girl don't stop.
Virginia's funny because I would have been like, wait, do we got to pay for this? Or production pay for this?
Nah,
sometimes you got to pay for the mini bar.
She was.
But Virginia was like, yes, let's drink. She's not just a party girl. She is honestly might be an alcoholic. Because to me, like, I love to have a cocktail, have a good time, but like...
And we all like to drink, but I mean, maybe I was surprised that she wasn't trying to go out that night. But
out, yeah, right.
They're there. They've been through a lot over the last few days. Everybody need a quick nap. Like, let's just sleep in tonight and then have a great time. But let's get a good 10 hours of sleep. I don't know. So, they're giving us that they're going to, what I do predict is that we are going to go down to the wire with them on whether or not they're going to say yes.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, they're going to be very back and forth, and it's going to be like good things and bad things, and I don't know what I'm going to do. They're going to be one of those couples that are just going to put us through the ringer on what their decision is going to be.
Yep, I agree with that.
Okay, so next couple.
Jake and Haley.
Boring.
Boring. This is gonna be a very quick section. He eats terrible.
he eats
his
insides
carnivore
diet.
His insides, as he calls it. I was like, is he on keto, child? With that meat and eggs?
Vegetables. Could you add some vegetables? Like, where are you getting your nutrients? Where are you getting your vitamins, sir?
He's taking supplements. We see he taking supplements, creatine and other stuff.
Let me tell you, when he was talking to her parents, and he just keep repeating the same thing to them, he was talking to them at the wedding about his house.
And his beach. And let me show you on my security
cameras.
He pulled
up his security cameras.
His parents were like,
weird.
He's very odd. He's very odd.
That was weird. Now, I will tell y'all that on the Unfiltered, he actually didn't seem as weird. And he had his beard grown out on the Unfiltered, and he looked better. So maybe she'll start to be attracted to him because he'll give her, like, that protective feel. Because he does seem like he's, like, kind. But she's not that attracted to him.
But they were kissing, though.
Or at the end, when they was in they were not kissing on the first night.
No,
they were not kissing on the first night, but on the honeymoon night they were kissing.
So to me, it's kind of like they're real kissy this season.
So he also asked. The fact that
everybody done kissed, every couple. But
that's honestly how it usually is. It's just Karen's dumbass from last season had us thinking that people don't get kisses. No, everybody else was kissing. Everybody kissing. Okay. So she is mortified by his
eating
uncultured, like the fact, like the way he dresses. She was like, "Oh, he loves a graphic tee." I was like, "Oh,
not a graphic tee." Their age gap is showing, and she seems pretty mature for 28.
She does.
She doesn't seem like a child. She seems 28, but so the fact that he just is he acts like somebody's pop, like. He just acts so.
And his parents are older. Oh, his mom.
Were weird, like him. His parents were weird too.
But remember, his mom said that he was in school and he was 5, and his teachers were talking about he was 5 going on 85. 85?
He seemed like
85.
This is probably him out of his shell.
Like, bruh, you gotta be real quiet and real chill for somebody to say you 5 going on 85.
Girl.
No, we done heard 25.
His
15.
Parents were the most uninteresting of the whole bunch.
Barely, not memorable at all.
Like everybody else.
Just like him. They're not memorable.
Jake is a weirdo. Jake is, I don't know. The court's house, I don't know about them. Yeah. I cannot see how they can make it. She does not seem interested in his lifestyle.
But on the honeymoon, once they were in Vegas, okay, so great that they had really nice hotel suites and it looked very comfortable and really nice. They got dressed, they were talking, and in her little confessional, she was just like, yeah, I mean, they put us together for a reason, so I need to figure out what that reason is. So I'm gonna give him a shot. So she did say that. So it did seem like she was just let her guard down, trying to figure out why the hell she was with him. Okay, so next,
Ryan and Clara. Now, I truly do still think they're going to make it. You don't think they're going to make it. I think they're going to make it. But anyway.
She talks too much.
She's all over the place.
She talks in her sleep. She talks so much.
She got too many issues.
She talks in her sleep, walk in her sleep.
And he said she was all over the bed.
That would be a deal breaker. You're not going to be kicking me. I'm not sleeping with a 5-year-old. I'm sleeping with an adult. What are you doing?
Well, she got issues.
She clearly has issues.
She was all over the place. When she was taking out that stuff from her suitcase.
She has anxiety or something.
Yes. I said they are complete. My notes said they are complete opposite. He's like, I sleep like this in one spot. She's like, oh, well, I'm used to sleeping by myself. I sleep everywhere. She walks and talks in her sleep. You should have told him that before y'all went to sleep. Now, that's something that you owe somebody.
It was like she was talking to me.
And then got up or something. It's too much. What is wrong with Clara?
Clara got a lot going on.
She has a lot of different small issues.
There's some concerns with her because she's also not religious. And I don't think I remember from previous episodes, but his parents are ministers. Both of his parents are ministers. His parents were cool. I really liked them.
That seemed like nice.
His brother was sitting there looking the same way he done looked every episode. They forced his
brother to tape because
why am I here?
They forced his brother to tape.
He wanted to know why he was here. And so let me tell y'all, he and his brother do kind of look alike. So his brother came on, so they pan to his brother on the screen. India thinking it's him, talking about he got his hair out. I'm like, that's his brother.
His hair not done.
That's his brother.
But then that was his brother when they were talking to the parents at breakfast.
So funny.
But look,
it was so funny.
I was like, oh, okay.
No.
What he did?
I was like, that is his brother. His brother looking like King of Her. His brother was like,
his brother did say he don't have no felonies.
His brother said he ain't got no feelings.
Felonies.
Oh, felonies?
Yeah.
I thought he said feelings.
What he say, y'all? He said he don't have feelings, or he said he's a good guy, he don't have no felonies.
Oh, maybe that's what
and
he
I
said.
was dead because I'm like, who would assume
that's why I missed it, because she gonna start laughing. I couldn't hear. I did not know.
I thought that was so funny. His brother is so opposite. Ryan's brother is so opposite from him. Whatever.
Okay.
So what did I say? I said when they met the parents, I said, why are they holding hands when they praying in COVID-19?
You right. That was a lie.
It was giving me COVID.
And then there was
we don't have to touch. We don't have to touch to say that prayer. But anyways, that's a whole nother thing. I digress.
Yeah. They his mom was like, we didn't expect this, but you know, we're rolling with it.
Yeah.
I feel like his mom handled it well. And his dad seemed really nice, genuine. Like they seemed like a really good family.
Parents,
yeah. And he was telling her parents how he had a really good example. But then her parents are the ones that were like, we didn't give her a great example of conflict resolution. we taught her to
basically
hide your arguments. Like, bruh. These families was not doing nobody no favors. No. I feel like they was hating on them.
But you know what? At least they admitted it. A lot of parents won't admit their shortcomings. They was like, we know we didn't do a good job at that. So she's terrible at conflict resolution, basically.
That's true. And they made Clara go to Bible camp and Bible school, and now she don't want nothing to do with church. And Chris is like, no, we going to church.
And the kids are too.
Yes, so that's a whole situation. So
Ryan.
That's
Chris.
Chris. Oh, damn. Ryan just
said we going to church.
Ryan said we going to church. I do feel like he doesn't give enough, I don't know, like looseness. Like he doesn't have fun. Like everything is like so like controlled. And so even when he was talking to her parents, it's like, so what do you guys like? It was just very like interview like. I'm like, bro, that's not a job interview. Just chill. Like show them that you're loose a little bit. Give him a little something.
How you supposed to show him?
Nope, not doing that. Because you about to rewind.
Slow down.
Okay, so next on the list, we going in order.
Oh,
I'm glad we're doing Chris and Paige now.
America's fan favorite, Chris and Paige. They're the faves. Everybody loves Chris and Paige, right?
Were we watching the same show?
I'm just saying.
We love them for their drama?
No, this is... I was honestly like really nervous for them this episode. Because I was like, how much worse can it get from last episode?
It got worse.
It did. Yes, it got worse, girl.
It got worse.
Yes. Woo! And I was literally like, it can't get any worse. But I suffer from secondhand embarrassment. So I was like, please don't get on this TV and embarrass Paige anymore. Like, I was just like, she is going to be hurting watching this like now and like. And he literally did, although she knew what was going on.
She didn't do herself any favors. So this is not gonna be. I mean, okay. So
first things first. Chris thinks he's all that, but he has a dad bod. So he was like, she was like, my chest is big. It's popping out the shirt. And then they zoomed to his stomach and then his arms and it was jiggling. And I'm like, so you doing all of this judging this woman by her looks. And what you're giving very average. Everything about you is average. At best.
Very.
You're average. And you worried about her body. And that's the part that pisses me off.
Like
he act like he looking like Denzel Washington.
Yeah, no, he's not giving
in
any 93
of that. And you're not.
No. So but what I was gonna say is that she is not doing herself any favors because she's still like gawking over him. And she's in her little confessional talking about he's beautiful. He's so attractive. First of all, he's not beautiful. Beautiful? is not the word that we would use to describe him.
Inside nor out.
Like, so she's like, he's beautiful and he's God-fearing. I mean, I just don't want to give God none of this credit. I don't want God associated with this relationship. No. Because somebody didn't do what they were supposed to do. Like, God didn't ordain this. God wanted something else for them, and they went down that path, and that's what they're doing. So I don't appreciate her putting that kind of mess on God. Because God don't like that mess.
It's about the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th time she said it this whole episode. And it's like, Paige, please. So before that though, we didn't know what was going on. We saw they woke up. All the couples woke up. Paige said he went downstairs to get breakfast. An hour and 15, 20 minutes later, he didn't come back. And then he starts with his woe is me story.
Y'all, that's so messed up. First of all, I was feeling really sorry for her when she was like in the room by herself, fully dressed. She was waiting for him and looking for him, and that is a terrible feeling.
Yep.
I can't even. And then especially, he ran away. Right? Like I was like, dang, did he go and talk to somebody else? Like, was he on a phone? And I'm sure he was. Yeah. But yeah, so we find that out.
That he basically started, woe is me, lying, manipulating the situation. I had a panic attack.
He comes back in the room, like, what happened? And he's like, he's all distressed. And he said he had a panic attack.
And then it comes out that he had a panic attack because he's not attracted to her.
But he had the panic attack because he's not attracted to her after having sex with her that night. And that morning. Well, I really morning because she said they was up all late, but they had sex more than once.
Multiple times.
And then
but you're not attracted to her and you're having a panic attack because of that. Now, I will say that I did buy his excuse of why he had sex with her when he knew he wasn't attracted to her. That maybe he thought, okay, let me just do this to see if that maybe makes me more attractive and brings us closer. I believe he thought that. Exactly.
I don't believe that. Like, I believe that that's foolish. But I do think that in his mind he thought that. Here's my beef. Paige knew and felt all of these things on the wedding night, during the wedding.
Talking about his ex.
She was uncomfortable with him asking about sex.
All this stuff. And she
chose to have sex with him. Yeah. That says, like, she did not do herself any favors. And it really concerns me that there's some problem. Like, she is really trying to, like, validate herself by making him like her or something, because she knew, she could feel it. It showed during the wedding and after the wedding that he was not feeling her. She could feel it. So maybe she was happy that he was like turning a corner and like wanting to be physical with her. But I just feel like that's really naive. And the sad part is that it would be the one person that's least attracted that has sex. Everybody else is chilling. Ain't nobody else.
Some of them are super attracted.
Yeah, everybody else has attracted to each other. Yeah. So it's like she almost didn't have any respect for herself because
the self-esteem is
at a low. It's low.
It's on the
low. So what?
Okay, so no. Okay, so I put poor Paige. Oh, I said she's the new Katie. Remember when Katie kept having sex with Luke? And Luke told her the first time they had sex, he felt
disgusted and grossed
out, or he felt ashamed. And then she kept having sex with him. Then it was a big blow up that he didn't want to have sex with him. Why do you keep having sex with somebody who literally told you the same thing? Damn near, he's not attracted. He does not feel good about having sex with you. And she had sex with him multiple times. So I hope that this is not Paige. I hope that Paige takes the power of the P back and refrains from giving it to him for a while.
I don't see it happening.
I don't either.
Because she's already, so let's continue on. I don't see that happening, though.
Okay, anyways, she meets with the parents.
She meets with the parents, y'all.
She met with the parents.
I was mortified.
Me too.
Mortified that she would tell these people whom she doesn't know that she had sex with their son whom she doesn't know. I'm sorry, excuse me, say what?
I don't get it.
How do you want me to respect this?
I don't get it.
The only person that thought this was a good idea was his creepy ass daddy.
Why did Paige have sex with that man? Y'all, what y'all think? Like, is it the self-esteem? It's the self-esteem for me. Like, it's just, I just don't like people who are inappropriate in front of their elders. It's mind-boggling.
What part of this conversation did you think was appropriate to have with people that you don't know and they are parents of your husband? Like, girl,
that creeped me out. Are you trying to get him in trouble like he said?
Yeah, like it was
like,
bad.
What was the point of that, Paige?
That was a problem.
It was confusing for me.
It was a problem.
It was too much. And then the mother was like, well, did he have a couple drinks? And I ain't gonna lie, that's what I asked Michelle. I said, now, let's not act like if he didn't have a couple drinks, maybe that's why he was like, he already said he was attracted to her body and stuff. They didn't do it. But then she was like, oh, we did in the morning too.
Like, huh?
Like,
so,
she's talking to these people like they her
friends. That was the problem.
That's the conversation you have with your home. Like, girl, we had sex twice, and then he said he wasn't attracted. That's what you talk to your homegirls about, or possibly your own mama. You talking to this man's mama?
And you expect her to not have give his mom credit. She was like, no, you're gorgeous. You know, you're beautiful.
You got it
going
going
have it going on. And I mean, I feel like that's the problem.
Is great.
Yeah, she told her she had a great spirit and that she, you know, she could tell that she was so smart and all these things. So, like, you are seeking validation from people, and
her self-esteem is low to the floor, honey. Like, girl, I'm gonna need you to pick that self-esteem up, Paige.
The other thing she said, I'm feeling like it backfired. Oh, what does backfire mean, Paige? Does that mean that you had a plan?
Yep.
Paige, did you think that, if I have sex with him, he'll like me?
That's true, because she did use the word backfire. That would imply that she thought
that there was going to be a different reaction.
Mm-hmm. It's something that ain't sitting right with the Paige. She tried to manipulate the situation by telling the parents, and then it just kind of did that backfire. That shit backfired on her.
That definitely. Yeah. And so after she tells the parents, his parents go and talk to him and confront him, or want to know what happened. And he was like,
she was like, he said something about 2 times, son.
And he was like, well, I thought that if I did it, it might help me build some attraction. But
his dad was a creep still.
His dad is still a creep. And then his dad was like, I raised a gentleman, and no. A gentleman is not what he is.
His dad is very strategic too, because his dad was like, something, speak to that. I was like, have you been in
He
was like, I raised you to this, and I speak to why you would do that.
He was giving production for their money.
So, do Chris' dad work in production? Because he was like, he asked the questions and said, speak to it. And Chris certainly answered.
He did.
But that's why Chris was mad when he's like, why are you telling my parents about our sex life?
Yes, after he meets with his parents, he meets back up with Paige, and he's just like,
he's over here. On her.
He did manipulate the situation. He's sitting over there with his hand in his palm, like sad, and I think he was fake crying or something. I don't know.
Yes, he was fake crying.
It was a lot. So she comes up and she's not here for it. Like, she definitely was giving him like, I'm over this, whatever. And then he had some points that she can't argue with. And the points were,
I'm from Chicago.
That was
I'm from Chicago.
We don't talk about family, kids. I mean, she didn't talk about your family, sir. She just spoke to them about you.
Hey, Chris, what part of Chicago are you from? I don't like when people just start blurting out stuff like, she did not talk about your family.
That ain't got nothing to do with
nothing.
to
your family.
But he did say, I don't appreciate you telling my parents that we had sex. And I don't disagree with him on that.
And I ain't mad.
I was mad that Paige made 2 mistakes.
She shouldn't
have had sex with him.
She knew what it was that night.
And then once she had sex with him, she should not have said anything to his parents. So she gave him
absolutely
venom. Not venom. She gave him ammunition against her. Mm-hmm. And then he took it and used it and definitely was like, he manipulated the situation. So,
This is gonna be crazy. This Chris and Paige, I don't even know if my anxiety could take them. Like, every time they come on the screen, I'm like, what's bullshit about to happen? Like, it's giving me, too much anxiety for me.
So when she went to go get her hair done, that gave them some space. And so after she got her hair done and they had space, he apologized. He said that he spoke to her. And I mean, that's all fine and well, but like, Paige needs to still have some boundaries with him. And I feel like she is not going to have boundaries. She literally is like a dummy. Like, she keeps bumping her head. Like, catch a dummy, bump their head. Like, she keeps doing it over and over. And Chris is going to take advantage over and over. So
let us pray for Paige and Vincent.
Yeah.
I mean, Paige and Chris.
Yes, Paige and Chris, because God is, Whew. Okay, so let's
now this is truly America's favorite couple.
This is really the favorite couple. Bree
of this season. Brianna.
She called herself Bree too.
Oh, Bree. Okay.
So she goes by Bree. Brianna. Bree and Vincent. So they were super cute. They just have so much chemistry. So when they're in the hotel room together, they're changing clothes, they're putting on pajamas, they're looking out the window. They just give vibes. He said he was so happy when they woke up. Like all of their little like bed cam videos or like their personal selfie videos are so cute. So they go to meet each other's parents.
That was the interesting part for that.
Yes, and so Brianna, her best friend, Brianna's best friends, her sister, her mom, meet with Vincent, and they're grilling him. But I think that he's winning them over, like for sure. They like him, but then they ask about work, or they ask about his old relationship, how it ended.
He said it ended just at the beginning of the year,
so 8 months.
A few months before, yeah, because the weddings were in August, so so it ended because she did not like his entrepreneurial, I guess, career change, and she wasn't as supportive.
I wonder if there's more to that story, because that's just an odd thing that somebody doesn't support you. Okay, so I didn't. Oh, what?
You didn't like when she met his family.
Yeah, his family, they was hating on him. Like, they almost didn't want, they was like trying to scare her off. But she was just like, he works a lot. Like,
you're gonna have to talk to him about that, because he works. That's the main thing in his life.
I mean, that's fine, but okay, just say he's a really hard worker, and I'm sure that you're gonna have to peel him off of his computer every once in a while. You ain't gotta put 10 on it.
Yeah.
And then and the cousin sister was like, what do you bring to the table?
That's what I need to know. When she said, I went to college and I'm an engineer, she was like, yeah.
Checkmate.
Like, you think somebody trying to get your, I mean, he might be the golden child or the one in the family that, and so they do want to make sure he's not with somebody who's taken away from their funds when he got to help them out.
Oh, well, I wasn't going to say all of that, but maybe. That's it. Other thing about Vincent is that I think VMR, Vincent Morales, we don't know what the R is, rentals maybe, I don't know.
I'll probably say
but he's definitely putting his business.
Promoting, he's very smart. He had his t-shirt on.
Let me Google VMR.
And he had it. That's very smart.
Yeah. So his mask had VMR. He was not playing with that.
So if you in Atlanta, go look up VMR. You need a broker for a car deal.
He definitely VMR Enterprises.
Yes, because
he was putting it out there.
He said product placement. What you talking about?
Yes. So the other thing that his cousin said was his temper. She said that when he gets upset, you just have to calm him down.
Oh, because he gets mad. Like, you just gotta. He watched that and was like, why would you say that?
Why would you say that?
He's about to be so mad at his sister cousin.
He is gonna be mad at her. So then they're just very cute together. Chris was giving his assessments when all the couples got on the bus to go to the honeymoon. Said that he could see them together. Why they matched them. So I give him that credit. Yeah. He actually might have figured something out. He said Jake
and Haley
was not. He felt bad for Haley. Chris, we feel bad for Paige. Could you please just worry about yourself?
Yes.
Just worry about yourself.
Free Paige.
Free Paige, but Paige got
to free herself.
Okay, so the last thing that happened that didn't kind of wasn't the best note was that Vincent found out that his grandmother had a heart attack.
Oh my God.
So that was really sad. Like as soon as they started playing the music, we was like, no, please don't let nobody had died.
Yes, and that is the worst timing ever.
Yeah.
It's like he probably is like, dang, like thank God it didn't happen on their wedding night or anything, but like they just got on a plane during COVID. Yeah. So even if he does come and needs to go in the hospital,
he's not gonna be able to go to the hospital.
Like it's like
that's tough.
Let us pray for Vincent's grandmama. Hopefully she didn't pass. I mean, as far as the show, she did not pass. They didn't say that.
Yeah, he said that she had a heart attack.
Hopefully she recovered, but that's terrible.
Yeah, that's tough. But that's also the kind of stuff that will bring a couple together. Like
that's
fast.
True.
Like just family trying, challenging situations where she's supporting him.
Supporting right from the gate. He's gonna always have those. Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
So
that was sad.
I feel like the previews did show that he was still there. There were still more scenes with him in Vegas. So at least he didn't leave the next day. We know that he's still there. They were filming. So that's good. But the next episode, the previews for the next episode.
What?
We already get into Virginia and Erik getting into it because she drinks too much and she always want to party.
And they gonna have a discussion.
And they gonna have a discussion about the
male
men,
friends.
her booze, her ex booze turned friends. And so, I mean, everybody else, Haley and Jake, Ryan and Clara, I don't really know. I don't remember what the previews were showing for them, but they still
cut off a little bit. So.
Yeah, we missed a little bit. The DVR cut off, but I mean, for the most part, we got what we needed from this episode. That's it for us.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Tune in next week.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe,
please
talk to us. We like seeing what y'all got to say.
Yes, thank you so much, guys.
All right, bye y'all.